Here's why trading the lower time frames is completely screwing up your trading, and this is what you need to do instead. Now, I'll start this by telling you that I traded the lower time frames for a very long time, and I did make profit from it. But long term, it is quite difficult to be profitable when you're trading the lower time frames. Now, let me be very clear with you. There are a lot of people that make a lot of profit entering on the lower time frames with a higher time frame bias. This is true, but as a beginner trader, you will struggle far more trading the lower time frame. Now, a lot of you are struggling to become profitable, and the reason for this is your psychology. Well, the truth is the psychology of your trading is exacerbated by the lack of your trading strategy to accommodate your psychology. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. If your trading strategy is a low time frame trading strategy, there is a lot more potential for you to take more trades because there is an abundance of opportunity. On the lower time frames, there is a large amount of noise and more candles. So you can imagine that your trading strategy and your pattern that you're looking for entry is going to appear a lot more on the lower time frames than it is on a higher time frame. Now, a lot of people will tell you the higher time frames have a lot more significance, and that is because obviously there's more data within those candles than there is on the lower time frames. And so the other issue with the lower time frames is that there is too much happening at once for your brain to comprehend, and this rush puts you into a panic, which then forces you to make mistakes that you otherwise wouldn't make. Think about it. If you're driving your car super fast, what do they say? Speed kills. Well, it's the same with trading. If your brain is moving too fast and trying to analyze candlesticks that are printing super quickly, you're bound to make a mistake and crash. This is exactly how it works within this game. Revenge trading is a massive issue when it comes to trading. A lot of you get stuck within that pattern of revenge trading. Now, how does the lower time frames play into revenge trading? Well, it's simple. You take a loss. Well, you don't need to wait super long for your entry criteria to play out after that loss for you to get into another trade. And that is going to play into your psychology of revenge trading. If I'm trading on the higher time frames, for example, the 15-minute or the half an hour time frame, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow to trade most likely. You're not going to be able to sit through the entire session to get that next trade. And so trading the higher time frames forces you to be patient. And a lot of people will tell you the biggest problem they face with their psychology is patience and revenge trading. Well, switching to the higher time frame fixes both of these problems very quickly. And so you can already see how changing your strategy can fix your psychology very, very quickly. So does this mean that you can never trade the lower time frames? Absolutely not. Lower time frame traders actually tend to have a higher risk reward ratio, which means they win more when they win and lose less when they lose. And some of them are able to achieve this with a pretty good win rate as well, if they factor in the higher time frame bias and the higher time frame analysis. Doing this, okay, the same way that driving somewhere in your car faster is going to get you there more efficiently, doesn't mean it's safer to do so. You do run the risk of overtrading, and you need to be an expert at what you're doing. Basically, you need your psychology to be extremely strong if you're willing to trade lower time frames. And some people actually trade the seconds time frame. It's like trying to learn to drive but jumping straight into an F1 car. How on earth are you going to learn to drive in a machine like that? It's the same as trading. You cannot hop straight onto the lower time frames. You will struggle and you are self-sabotaging yourself. So make sure if you are struggling to be profitable, you are not stuck on the lower time frames because it's stupid. You are making this so much harder than it needs to be. And that's about all I have to say for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please do drop a subscribe below and join the Discord chat down below. Blue Guardian has podcasts every single week with psychology experts and some of your favorite influencers, which will be on, and you get the chance to win accounts every single week within the different weekly events, as well as the podcasts, as well as the games played on the Discord chat. So make sure you join to take full advantage of that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.